Picture this. You walk into a store with a massive clearance sale sign flashing everywhere, prices slashed, discounts screaming at you to hurry. You rush inside, wallet ready, only to realize something is very wrong. The shelves are empty. Not low stock, not limited supply. Completely bare. That is exactly what the silver market looks like right now. Algorithms are aggressively marking down the price of something that dealers cannot actually deliver. They are offering discounts on a product that effectively does not exist. If you are staring at the chart, watching red candles stack up, and feeling panic, you are reacting to the punchline of a bad joke. The screen says silver is crashing. The dealers say they have nothing left to sell. One of those is lying, and it is not the empty shelf. So stop obsessing over the spot price. It is no longer a signal of value. It is a malfunction. What we are witnessing is one of the most absurd disconnects in modern financial history, a system attempting to price a vacuum. We are watching paper promises trade freely while the real metal disappears. This is not normal supply and demand. This is a collision between a legacy paper market and a new strategic reality. Look at the pattern. During Asian and European trading hours, silver steadily climbs. That is where real physical buying happens, where industrial users and sovereign entities are sourcing actual metal. Then, New York opens and everything flips. Massive sell orders slam the futures market in seconds. Millions of ounces dumped at once. That is not how anyone sells real silver. If you owned physical metal and wanted the best price, you would sell slowly and carefully. You would never crush the price against yourself. The only reason to dump that much paper that fast is not to sell metal, but to move the price. Stop-loss hunting, liquidity extraction, algorithmic games. This is the New York flush. In the past, that tactic worked. Lower prices scared buyers away. Today, it does the opposite. Every paper smash acts like a dinner bell for physical buyers. The lower the paper price goes, the faster physical inventory disappears. Vaults drain. Dealer shelves go empty. This creates what is known as a liquidity vacuum. The paper market signals that silver is worth less, while the physical market responds by removing supply entirely. That paradox cannot continue indefinitely. Now comes the shift that changes everything. Silver has been officially classified by the United States government as a critical mineral. This is not symbolic, it is structural. When a resource becomes critical to national defense, energy, and technology, the government cannot allow its price to fall below the cost of production. If mines shut down, the supply chain collapses. That is a national security risk. A price floor effectively turns the state into the buyer of last resort. This breaks the short thesis completely. Anyone shorting silver is no longer betting against retail traders. They are betting against the strategic needs of the United States. That is not a rational bet. The data already reflects this stress. February is normally a quiet month on the COMEX, a time for rolling contracts, not taking delivery. Yet in the first 4 days of the month alone, nearly 14.8 million ounces were demanded for physical delivery. That is almost 3 times the open interest at the end of January, in a non-delivery month. That does not happen accidentally. New buyers entered the market, bought contracts, and immediately demanded the metal. They were not hedging, they were not trading, they wanted bars. That kind of behavior signals urgency and distrust in future availability. At the same time, signs of backwardation are appearing. This means buyers are willing to pay more for silver today than in the future. That only happens when the market fears that tomorrow's delivery may not happen at all. Backwardation is the market screaming scarcity. This is not just a financial story. It is a geopolitical one. The West has treated silver like a casino chip, trading paper contracts and suppressing prices. The East treats silver as a strategic asset. In Shanghai, silver trades at a premium of roughly 16 to 19% over New York prices. When that arbitrage exists, metal flows east, Western vaults drain, and strategic stockpiles grow elsewhere. For decades, suppressed prices effectively subsidized this transfer. The critical mineral designation is Washington acknowledging the danger and drawing a line in the sand. This is not a repeat of 1980. Back then, The Hunt brothers tried to corner the market using leverage, and the rules were changed to crush them. Today, the buyers are nations, central banks, and sovereign entities. You cannot margin call a country. You cannot bankrupt a state that prints its own currency. This is a sovereign squeeze. And this time, the US government is trying to stabilize supply, not destroy the price. The industrial reality makes the situation even tighter. Silver is inelastic. Jewelry can switch materials. Missiles, solar panels, AI servers, and advanced electronics cannot. Silver is the most conductive and efficient metal available. Solar technology is evolving in ways that require more silver per panel, not less. Electric vehicles use significantly more silver than combustion cars. Data centers, 5G networks, and military systems all depend on it. These industries do not care about the paper price. They care about availability. If silver is unavailable, production stops, and the cost of that stoppage dwarfs any price increase. On the supply side, the problem is severe. Most silver is produced as a byproduct of mining other metals. If copper or zinc production slows, silver supply vanishes with it. New silver mines take close to a decade to permit and build. Even a dramatic price increase cannot fix this quickly. The market is facing years of constrained supply. This brings us back to the empty shelves at the bullion dealer. That shop is not the anomaly. It is the warning sign. Large industrial buyers are securing metal directly from refiners and miners before it ever reaches the retail market. The public is now competing with governments and defense contractors for the same ounces. That is not a fair bidding war. We are approaching a bifurcation where paper price and physical price stop pretending to be the same thing. Either the paper market attempts one final smash and availability disappears entirely, or the price floor is defended and shorts are forced to cover violently, or exchanges admit they cannot deliver and settle contracts in cash. In every scenario, paper holders lose leverage. Physical holders retain control. The chart is not telling the truth. The shelf is. Silver is not cheap, it is scarce. The paper era is cracking and the reset is approaching. When the map and the territory disagree, trust the territory.